The most prolific mother in history had 69 kids. Nice. Jupiter has 69 known moons. Nice. The Soviet Union lasted for 69 years. Nice. Do you want to be able to tell when somebody's lying to you? Well, you gotta look for the right gives in their body language, the words that they say, and how they say them. For body language, if somebody is standing way too still, or if they're pointing a lot, or if they move their head to avoid eye contact, or if they're staring into your soul while telling you something, they're lying. A person that's lying will add a ton of unnecessary detail for no reason because they think that it makes their story more believable when it doesn't. They'll also repeat a bunch of words and phrases because they can't think of new things on the fly. They'll get really defensive really quick, and sometimes they'll slip up and say the truth but then immediately correct it. To be able to tell with how somebody talks, it's a little bit harder because you have to know how that person's mannerisms are normally to be able to tell when they're lying. But some good ways, if they say to be honest with you, or honestly, they're probably hiding something. Or if they say a lot, or when you ask them questions, it's not a good sign. But a good way to tell is if you ask them a question and they look up and to the right like that, they're lying. You guys are about to find some fake friends, and I'm sorry. Most people get uncomfortable if their TV or radio volume aren't divisible by 2 or 5. People who speak 2 or more languages subconsciously change their entire personality when they switch from one another. Also, if you're bilingual, I got a question for you. What language do you think in? For some reason, it's really hard for our brain to just make up other human faces, so the strangers that you see in your dreams are people that you've seen in real life. Psychology tricks that I know work because magic. Subliminal mind tricks are real, and you can use them to kind of brainwash people or implant thoughts into their head without them even realizing it.
It can be overt, not subtle at all, like watch Magic for Humans on Netflix. Or it can be subtle, like think of a card.
3 of diamonds.
Have you been tricking me this whole time?
The entire time. How do you think I'm here?
In order to know what number someone's thinking, they're trying really hard to not let you know they're thinking of that number. And if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you can tell when they're trying really hard to act normal. It means they're not acting normal.
You can see if they're lying or if they're trying to hide something by little winces in their face, or if they're glancing off to the side or something.
You can throw somebody off too by asking them to repeat the same thing over and over again. For example, say the word silk 5 times.
Silk, 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 silk.
Yeah, what do cows drink?
Water.
Damn, she's good.
I might have said milk in my head.
Psychology tricks to fuck with people's minds that I may or may not use. You'll never know. Pull out a pack of gum, offer the person you're talking to a piece, and then put it back without taking any for yourself. That person, if they're observant, is gonna have a lot of questions. So a friend actually did this one to me once, and it fucked my whole day up. If you're ever having a conversation with somebody, just stop, look them dead in the eye, and go, wake up. And then just immediately go back to the conversation like nothing ever happened. If somebody on the road is driving like an asshole, your first reaction is probably going to be to flip them off. But stop. You can do this better. Instead, give them a thumbs down. It hurts just a little bit more. Please use these wisely. Psychology tricks to fuck with somebody's head that I may or may not use. You'll never know. When ordering at a place like Starbucks or anywhere else where they ask for your name for the order, always look at the cashier's name tag and respond with that, regardless of gender. They're gonna give you a confused look and you have to just remain serious about it. It's funny every single time. Be polite and hold the door open for somebody, but this time, make sure they're at an awkward distance away, 30 or 40 feet, and just hold the door open for them and just be happy about it. They're gonna say thank you, but they're gonna be very uncomfortable. You've been in a coma for the last 2 years. We're sending messages any way that we can. Your family misses you. Wake up. Use Bing as a verb in place of Google, so instead of saying, hey, Google it, say, hey, Bing it, and watch all your friends and family disappear around you. Psychology tricks to fuck with people's heads that I may or may not use. You'll never know. If someone's taking a shit in a public restroom and you know that they're waiting for you to leave because they're poop shy, when you leave, open the door again to make it sound like somebody just came in right after you. When standing in a group of people, in a big circle talking, slowly move into the person's personal space on your left. They'll inevitably and unconsciously move into the person on their left space, and so on and so forth. And you can try to see how many times you can make it in a full circle before somebody gets annoyed and leaves. I've been able to make about 1.5 times before somebody called me out, what the hell are you doing? Ask somebody if they know all the words to I'm a little teapot, and really emphasize all the words. The vast majority of adults will literally just start singing, I'm a little teapot, and if you're lucky, they'll start doing the hand motions too to try and remember it. Side note, I just want to say thank you to everybody. I'm really happy you guys like this series. I also have a YouTube channel that I'm trying to start up. If you want to go check that out, it's only Jayus. I just posted a YouTube video about aliens. Go check it out. Psychology tricks to fuck with somebody's mind that I may or may not use. You'll never know. When meeting somebody for the first time, greet them and say like, oh, nice to see you again. And most of the time, people just don't want to appear rude, so they're gonna go along with it. But sometimes you'll get that person that's like, oh, nice to see you. Wait, what? Try walking the same speed as complete strangers. It is so funny every single time. So like get next to somebody, and if they speed up with them. And if they slow down with them. And eventually they're gonna be like, bro, are you fucking with me? And you gotta be like, no. Are you fucking with me? And they're gonna be really confused. And it's not creepy because you're not following them. You're just keeping up. This one's kind of mean, but if you're ever in a conversation with somebody and they're talking, stop them. Get really serious and then genuinely ask them, man, have you been crying? And like, they're more likely gonna say no, but either way, just say like, is it because of blank? Like somebody once did this to me and they're like, is it because of your hair? And I'm like, what's wrong with my hair? Side note, I'm gonna be posting a new YouTube video like tomorrow, so if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, go do it. Only Jayus. Psychology tricks to fuck with somebody's mind that I may or may not use. You'll never know. Walk up to a group of your friends, and if there's like 5 of them, be like, hey, if it isn't my 4 favorite people, and watch their faces be really confused. They try to figure it out. And if somebody tries to correct you, it's even funnier because they'll be like, hey, no, there's 5 of us here. Be like, hey, if it isn't my 3 favorite people. This one's really mean, but if you're ever in an argument with somebody, be like, you know, everything they say about you is true, and then walk away. This one also works really well in an argument, or if you're being bullied. Give the person that's yelling at you a sincere compliment. This will completely throw off the entire dynamic and throw down their guard, because it's really hard to be mean at somebody that's like being really nice to you. Really weird human body facts that I can guarantee you didn't know. Your immune system doesn't actually know that your eyes exist. So this means that if you ever get an eye injury or an infection near your eyes, there's a chance that your immune system's gonna treat it like a foreign body and you could go blind. Some people, if they put something in one or both of their ears, will cough. It's called the Arnold cough reflex, and it only affects a very small percentage of people. It's time to stop. Just kidding. Did you know that you have enough potassium in your body to create a small bomb? Psychology tricks that I know work because they're obvious as fuck. If you very quietly put your ear up against somebody else's ear, you'll hear them say, what the fuck are you doing?
If you pull someone's hair, they will get really, really mad.
If you kiss another dude's girlfriend, he will punch you in the face.
Go follow these guys, they're really, really cool. Psychology tricks that I know work because I use them. Part 11.
You haven't done these in a while.
Nope. If you're ever looking for something, try looking from right to left rather than left to right because your eyes tend to skip over things if you're looking in the same direction that you read in. People will associate the adjectives that you use to describe other people with your personality, so try complimenting people more often. This last one will help you do better on your test, that way you can get better grades. When you're studying, eat weird foods, and then during the test, eat the same weird foods like black licorice or root beer. This works because scent and taste are really, really closely linked to memory. Psychology tricks to fuck with somebody's mind that I may or may not use. I don't even know. I might. I probably don't, but I could. When you walk into an elevator, don't turn around and face the door. Continue facing everybody else. They're gonna be really fucking freaked out. And bonus points if you walk out backwards while maintaining eye contact. You are crazy. You're suffering from a mental illness and everybody around you knows it. They're just too nice to say anything. When you're driving, just wave to random people like you know them. All day, they're gonna be wondering, who the fuck was that? Where the hell do I know them from? If you have roommates and live with somebody, this is really fun. Go to the bank, give them $5, ask for pennies. Boom, you have 500 fucking pennies in your possession right now. So much power. Hide them all over the house. Put them on the floor, in the microwave, in the fridge, in the pantry, in their pockets, in their shoes. They're gonna go insane. So I just made a new YouTube video and it's like totally cool. You guys should go check it out. Yeah. Weird human body facts that I can guarantee you didn't know. When a baby is born, its blood volume can actually fit inside of a can of soda. When you blush, the lining of your stomach also blushes. And that's kind of weird, but it's even more weird to think about, like, how the fuck do we know that? 1 out of 5,000 children are born without an asshole, and the doctors have to create one for them. And it's a really weird birth defect to have because we literally start out as assholes. Psychology tricks to fuck with somebody's mind that I may or may not use. You'll never know. Pretend to be on the phone next to somebody who's actually on the phone and respond to everything that they say loud enough that they can hear you, but not loud enough to where it's obvious. I can guarantee this is gonna freak them out in like there's a glitch in the Matrix type of way. If somebody coughs or sneezes, shush them very aggressively. This will throw them off. So this one's kind of mean, but that's the point of this whole series, so fuck it. If you're ever in a crowd full of strangers, just wave randomly really excited at somebody, and if they wave back, be like, no, behind you. Like, I wasn't fucking waving at you. Somebody did this to me once, and it left a permanent embarrassment scar on my soul. So I'm like really close to some milestones on YouTube and Instagram. If you don't follow me there yet, you should. I'm pretty cool, please. Really weird human body facts that I can guarantee you didn't know. Inside of every human being's mouth at any given time, there contains poop particles from 6 other different people. That's a lot of crap. Hey look, it's a collaboration with the Amazon box. Just kidding. Did you know that women after they give birth are told not to go to the doctor about the huge blood clots falling out of their vagina until they get bigger than a lemon? Your foot is the same size as your forearm. And if you look at your forearm, you're probably like, hell no, there is no way that my foot is that big. But if you get your foot or a shoe and you put it up next to it, yeah, it's the same fucking size. So I don't know if you guys like my hoodie or not, or if you like hoodies in general, but if you like hoodies and you want a discount, go to steezy.us, and the first 100 people to use code Jayus20 get 20% off. Go! That's huge! Nah.